It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
We go from SoFi Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better, as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro, who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a first down throw, Stafford. Now, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Stafford going to give this to Akers, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now Jackson on first down. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get the pass rusher second-guessing himself that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school? That possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 48.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Now Jackson going to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going right back to Akers. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. To throw is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Oh, and now some space to operate. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 30 on second down, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Play action, Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
To the air again, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always cost you. Man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And the Ravens taking the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, here's the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Jackson going to run again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Second down, here's an option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A give up the middle to Akers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pick.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now it's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
A wise choice was made here, and he didn't risk a turnover because he understood the pressure was coming, saw the tight coverage, and decided just to throw it away and live another down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing is Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Gay knocks this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not where you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And they run the option here on 1st and 10, finding room at midfield. The quick feet by Jackson, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, there's the option going left. And he stopped immediately there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll try the option on 3rd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
It's a turnover on downs.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Play action. Now Jackson. And apparently not liking what was taking place, so he'll just tuck it and take the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and forever. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Oh, the return is Powell.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Back to throw. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Stafford.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing again is Stafford.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man is Higbee. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now it's Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go play action now. Jackson rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
There's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Stafford on 3rd down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air again, Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
13 more yards.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA.
Van Jefferson
from 10 yards out.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
The extra point by Gain is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Down inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal him. Jackson's going to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.